Hello and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. I have landed on the radioactive planet called Contamora for the first time. There are a few things that I should take care of immediately. I have to make a liquid lock here to prevent the gas from losing to space. And I'm continuing the ladder up to build a couple of bunker doors right above the rocket. I don't want my rocket to get damaged with meteor shower. It is gonna rain meteors sooner or later and I want to be protected from them. And the doors block the rocket, that's why I'm building automation wire so I can open the doors later when the rocket is leaving. I'll build one more door on the left side once those are all built. Also, I will bring 2 bottles of water and empty them here to block the gases from escaping to space. There are a couple of things that need to be said related to the last episode. This polluted oxygen vent is analyzed and I can see its average output is 120.7 grams per second and it is going dormant in 31.6 cycles. A duplicant consumes 100 grams per second, so this vent can only support 1 duplicant if I were to use the oxygen for that purpose. What I want to use the oxygen for is oxalate refinery. I have to use insulated gas pipe because the oxygen is going to be hot. I go straight towards the ladder and then down like so. That's the oxalate refinery. I need to take a pipe from it towards the ladder and connect them up together like so. For oxalate refinery, I'm already using this oxygen pipe that is an overflow of this bridge here that goes and feeds the somnium synthesizer. I want to prioritize using the hot oxygen that I just drew a pipe for. And to prioritize, I need to build a bridge over here before it goes to the refinery. And this pipe segments should be replaced with insulated gas pipe and that pipe segment should be deconstructed. Now the left pipeline that doesn't go through any bridge should be prioritized, and the right pipeline, because it goes through a bridge, pauses to find an empty pipe to join. Had to add 2 more bridges here to have an overflow system because mainly I want to liquefy this hot oxygen for the rockets. When the oxygen gets to this bridge, first it flows up for the rockets and then overflow goes down to make oxalate. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, I have a critter fluxomatic here. That's one of the story traits. You can turn the base critters into one of the morphs with this building. And I have Squeaky Puffed Ranch, which I'm not happy with. I have lost the Puffed Prince. I have normal puffs now, and I don't want them to starve because puffs consume polluted oxygen, but I have them in a chlorine room. So let me select Puffed here on this critter drop off and I'll go wrangle them up later. This critter trap also, I should change it to an airborne trap. Where are my puffs? They're here. If I enable auto wrangle surplus and uncheck puffs, the duplicants should come and automatically wrangle them and take them to the critter fluxomatic. And let me check the squeaky puffs in case we got them. I want them brought over here immediately because the chlorine gas is at 5 kg of pressure and chlorine vent is stopped due to overpressure. I should build a safety for these kind of situations. The chlorine vent will go dormant in 38.2 cycles and the average output of this vent is 103.1 gram per second. None of these puffs convert gases to solids at 1:1 ratio. Puffed Prince is the worst of them all. Squeaky puffs consume 30 kg per cycle or 50 grams per second, meaning the vent can support only 2 puffs in this range if I store all the gas during its active cycle. So I think an infinite gas storage is needed. In previous episode I said it was better if I used the radiation of space instead of using these words, but turns out that it is more complicated. These bristle blossoms are exuberant and one of the traits that it adds is that they now require darkness. And if I bring up the radiation overlay, you can see that space has 250 rads per cycle. However, we need to build some wall there, I think, to prevent the gas from escaping, and it will block the radiation, and even that wasn't needed. We would still need to block light because there is light in space during day, and exuberant plants don't like that. Also, gases block radiation. I don't know how much, but if it goes down even by 1, it won't be enough, and I have to then add radiation. So there is only one way that I think may work: solar panels. Solar panels act as a solid tile and block the gases and liquid, but they don't block any radiation. As you can see, both above and below the solar panel, it's 125 rads. The downside is that they take so much space. If I were to build solar panels there, I would have to get rid of so many things in the rocket. I think I want to let Kroger out of the gym because someone has to make rat pills. That should be your last round of running on the wheel. I have an apothecary set up down here, ready to go. Do I want to let you wander outside the rocket too? Oh, nice glitch. Sure, I'll let everyone out when they finish their training. How are the blast doors built so far? That signal switch should be off to keep the doors closed. George should be able to get on top of that door, right? Yes, he can. Once he's done with those two, I'll remove the ladder and build the last door. In fact, I can build the automation wire for it in advance. New blueprint. Another glove that I don't want. Back in home planet, I think I got a puffed scan notification. Wow, did they already move it out? Oh, no, it was still in that machine. I forgot the airborne critter trap. There. I started digging downward on Contamora and look, I got to the radiation biome. Is radiation biome the correct name? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I need that juicy uranium ore and the bees that enrich them. I'm gonna take them home with me. And poke shells. I don't need to ranch them, but I want to tame one for an achievement. I am kinda in a rush, so won't be doing much here. Let's check the planet's geysers. We got CO2 geyser, minor volcano, saltwater geyser, gold and aluminum volcano, and hydrogen vent. Those are all very useful geysers. I think I know what to do with each of them. Oh, and we have oxalite meteor showers. Speaking of that, there is one coming our way. It actually shows it on the map and you can identify it with scanners. Yep, it's headed towards Contamora. It was a good decision to prioritize building bunker doors above the rocket. I better go and finish the last door, like so. Put that at priority 9. Oh, and that is the new critter cargo bay that will simplify the B-Tiny transport. I think that is so convenient. Back in home planet, I ordered the excavation of the ice biome. All of this ice should go, I don't want it here. And over on the left side of the map, I'm preparing to house the radioactive bees and beta hives that will turn uranium into enriched uranium. They survive in cold temperatures, or just vacuum. I had to rebuild this oxalite refinery and bring it down one tile because it didn't let me build transit tubes. I'm expanding the tube network and I want to bring it to the left side of the map. As you can see, this will drastically reduce the travel time later in the game. I found the saltwater geyser in Contamora. It seems that it produces a lot of water right now. It's spitting out 8.4 kg per second at 95 C, and it erupts for around half a cycle every cycle. A cycle is 600 seconds. I definitely want to send all this water home. I'm thinking of sending the water back with interplanetary launchers. Yep, this guy right here. That can send all forms of payloads. Launchers need rat balls for fuel, but that's not an issue since I have this satellite so close, giving me lots of rads. Any second now, meteor shower is gonna hit this planet, and I should get an achievement. Speaking of achievements, I'm building a monument to get another achievement. Just the monument's top is left to build. I'm thinking of keeping the monument here just for aesthetic purposes. It does provide small decor boost, but it's not a lot. Overall, 32 decor I think. You can deconstruct it and get the material back if you want to. I got the achievement Immovable Object, which is blocking a meteor from hitting your base using a bunker door. It must have happened. Yep, there's some regolith on top of that bunker door. And there we go, another one. Oh, and this one came at an angle. That was close. I thought this planet had oxalite meteors. Oh, that one was oxalite. It dropped right at the edge of the map. So I think regolith is in every meteor shower, and it just adds a special meteor in every planet besides regolith. That's a lot of oxalite. Unfortunately, it off-gases immediately and sort of deletes itself. I think I know how to avoid that. I have a late game plan for this planet, but I had to test it first in debug. Oh, the monument is finished. Proceed. Spoilers if you haven't gotten the Home Sweet Home achievement. Skip this part if you don't want to see the cutscene. I think it's glitched. It was gonna show home base, but the screen is black. Yep, definitely glitched. Okay, the cutscene is fine. Few civilizations throughout time have had the privilege of understanding their origins. The one thing that matters is that we are here now, and we make the best of the world we have been given. I am proud to say this asteroid is our home, and that's the achievement done. Let me change the statue to my liking. Be right back. There, we have the Meep complaining about radiation with annoyed face sitting on top of a rat bolt engine. Very relatable, I would say. Digging here in Contamora is going very slowly. The reason is that the dupes are still in training and only George is doing the excavation alone. The researcher finally got the astronomy skill and he is using the telescope right away. He is gonna see what that unknown object could possibly be. Probably one of the mineable asteroids, I would say, and the right one next to it may be a space artifact. 3 tiles is the max distance you can uncover by the telescope, and those far question marks are smaller planets. My next destinations. I have to find the water planet. That might be the water planet, but we can't scan it from here. There he is, number 40, our rocket team researcher, scanning space with telescope. And that is an interstellar ocean. It has salt water, brine, salt and ice. Total mass 16 tons. I'll leave number 40 to continue scanning. In the home planet I have to finish cabling these pumps to start vacuuming these 2 rooms. I have dropped a naphtha blob to block the gases. I may need to add a normal pump too, cause these mini pumps cover a large area but they don't work well under high pressure. There we go. Only took 5 cycles to vacuum these 2 rooms, and I'm using the manual door trick to make natural tiles. I will be planting Saturn critter traps here. Saturn critter traps eat critters and they produce tons of hydrogen while digesting their prey. I dug till I reached the end of the map while I was waiting for those 2 rooms to vacuum. I found one beta hive here which is disabled. It will spawn B-Tiny if enabled, and I have to take that B-Tiny all the way up this ladder without dropping it. And also found a gold volcano. I will strip mine this area of its uranium and then leave this planet with a B-Tiny. A lot of salt water dropped down because I built the ladders, but this area was so cold that it all solidified. Also found this poor poker shell here that was so easy to put in a ranch, and then I allowed my researcher to come and groom it. I have to go to 2 other planets and find shovels and gas emu to tame, and poke shells I found and tamed on this planet. Fast forward 20 cycles later, and as you can see I have dug this area, but that's not all the uranium on this planet. There are more over to the left, but I am in a rush. I have got about 20 tons. If the bees convert half of it to enriched uranium, I can run the reactor for 1000 cycles. I have found another gold volcano. That brings us to 2 gold volcanoes on this planet, an aluminum volcano over here and another aluminum volcano up here. So that's also 2. Some other geysers that are entombed, and I can know what they are with the use of priority trick. Let me put them to yellow alert. That one is a hydrogen vent. That one is a minor volcano, kinda close to each other. Let me put their priority back to 5. And there is another geyser that is at the far right side of the map. Oh, that is yet another minor volcano. Interesting. So there is only one water geyser, and that's the one over here. I accidentally opened the carbon dioxide geyser. I can't think of any use for them. They intended us to put the bees to sleep with CO2, but so far I don't think anyone uses them like that. And all the beta hive I found were not active, they were all entombed. I will dig all of this later when I come back for the second time. So let me start packing things up to go. I have built bins here, and I want to select the stuff that I want to take with me. Uranium for sure. Sedimentary rock, I am short on that back at home. The leftover plastic from the ladders, cause yeah, I dropped a lot of plastic down to speed it up. Aluminum ore, yep, I don't have much back at home. Poke shell mold I already moved inside, but not the eggshells. I can turn them into lime and mech steel. They should fill these storage bins, and then I will drop them and sweep them inside. Oh, I forgot about gold amalgam. I'll take those too. When I sweep them, they will take the stuff to the rocket and then fill, no, not this bin. They will fill this dispenser, and that drops all the material on this tile, which is in a vacuum and doesn't transfer temperature. Also, the generators made a lot of CO2, and now I'm trying to vent some of it out by removing a drywall. I was up to 1 ton of CO2 in each tile. Excavation in home base is almost finished. It went much quicker. I am trying to sweep the ice away. If I get the liquefiable overlay, you can see I still have ice on the floor. But the majority of ice is sitting in the vacuum of space right over here. You can see that's a lot. Let me see how much exactly. 400 tons of ice and 100 tons of polluted ice. 540 tons of ice right there. I finished cleaning up these rooms, placed crown molding on top of the natural tiles to prepare for pip planting. I think I will build a nuclear reactor in this area and use the radiation for rad bolt generation and a mutation farm. I'm also thinking of building more rocket platforms and prepare for hydrogen engines. That research rocket had to be scrapped so long ago. Another achievement knocked out. Today's episode is full of achievements. Sweeter than honey. Yeah, I extracted enriched uranium from a beta hive cause I activated them. And interesting enough, the beta hives already had enriched uranium in them even though they had never spawned bees in their life. I want to take that with me, please. That's too precious, my friend. Let me see how much the other beta hives have. Oh, sad. This one only got 63 kg. I thought Alexander the Great was about to wrangle the bee-tiny, but he had to go on a break. As soon as he comes back and wrangles the bee-tiny that spawned fresh out of the hive and put it in the critter bay, we are out of here. If their body temperature goes up, they will die, and they only live 5 cycles. That's why transporting them was kinda tricky, but now it should be easier with the critter bay module. I'm opening the doors and hoping that those oxalite tiles are gone soon. Sorry, I had a meteor shower recently. Let's check out what I brought in the rocket with me. I have brought 449 kg of enriched uranium and 19 tons of uranium. And also all the seeds that I could find, I brought them inside. Nobody is digging out that oxalite tile, huh? And the bee-tiny isn't here yet. Maybe build a ladder? It says going to dig, You know what? Just cancel that. Oh, the bee tiny finally there. Hello. Oh, it deleted itself. Ah, the critter bay has an animation and a sound. That's nice. You're stuck there. You, move here. There we go. Let me set the rocket to crew to force them back inside. I should be making a little extra food. I have about 400,000 kilocalories of gristle berry. That's good. 6 out of 8 duplicants boarded. I almost spent 50 cycles just digging out uranium. And that's 8. All crew boarded, so let's get ready to launch. The doors are almost open. Let me set the destination. I want to go to the orbit of home planet because I want to land on a different platform there. I'm just waiting for that clear launch path. Oh, they're open. Let's go. Begin launch sequence. Wait a sec, let me get a good shot for the thumbnail. And lift off. I should not forget to close the bunker doors after the launch. The rocket is still in transit. I have started building the nuclear reactor here, and next episode I will finish and hopefully start running the reactor. Just managed to squeeze 16 steam turbines. And there it is. I removed the research rocket from existence and I'm gonna land Blueberry here in its place. Welcome home. The crew are trained and I allowed everyone to be able to get out. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. I have to take the uranium out of the rocket, but first, this bee tiny, it has to go to its new home safely. It will drop down here if I remove it. A little bit of hot CO2 still left there. It should be fine. Let me remove it. You're removed and you will drop down here. Perfect. Now someone has to wrangle you. Nobody is free. Huh, yellow alert it is then. Number 9, thank you. Anyone coming to pick you up? Number 14 took the job. Oh, the plants are stifled. Number 14, where are you? Now you just have to not drop it. The path should be very straightforward. You did not want to use the transit tube. Ah, we are safe. Nice, you are now my favorite dupe. It's gonna wander around and finally make a new hive, and then more bees will spawn. I can now deconstruct that critter drop-off and place a dispenser or a bin to move the uranium ore. Time to plant some Saturn critter traps. The bee has planted itself and it will mature into a beta hive. Since this room is a vacuum, it's not losing body heat. Oh, they brought a peep and seeds. Number 14 again? Well, I don't have any research left, so he is free most of the time. Let me place a dispenser here for uranium ore, even though I brought all of them by move command. The peep is planting the first critter trap. Thanks for your service, we will miss you. This plant survives in temperatures below 0 degrees. Oh, poor Pip. Anyway, that's all for this episode. If you have any name suggestion, comment down below. I hope you enjoyed and good luck.